So I am going to show you yesterday, or I guess it was the day before yesterday, I was videotaping, or I was out a couple of days ago because I wanted to test the GoPro out. So I'm going to show you a little bit of what happened. I was going to put it up against my cell phone, my iPhone, but then my iPhone, you'll see, fell off of the window onto wherever, some black hole in my car. But I was excited. I'm going to show you some shots because I was able to have the GoPro on most of the day from daylight hours into the evening. So I'm excited to see how it picked up at night. Give it a watch. Oh, I've got to tell you, when I was videoing, my daughter and I, we grabbed some food and brought home. We were sitting at the dining room table talking about Alexa, and my daughter was talking about it, and then all of a sudden Alexa asked her whatever it was, I forget what it was, and my husband was so amazed because you've probably seen the commercial where the dude's putting the whatever on the top of the Sistine Chapel, and he says, Alexa, play Puccini. Just pretend that, you know, that sounded authentic. And I said, Alexa, play Puccini. My husband said, who is that? I said, Puccini. He said, well, who is that? Then he got so excited that he could just ask Alexa to play music for him and she would do it. Where before he was way creeped out. And Alexa does creep me out, and I'll unplug her sometimes because that can get a little creepy. I told you all of that to tell you this. While we were talking about Alexa, I heard the GoPro come on. I told it to turn off. I have to be careful because if I say those words, this is like I am having to talk to my dog, okay? When I say GoProTurnoff, it'll do it, but the other one will come on. I need to deactivate voice control on one of these when I use them together. This is my 40s style hair today. It's for tomorrow night. Well, I was practicing because tomorrow night we have a big dinner. Here's the clips from what I shot. Please subscribe. I would love it if you would do that. As you know, I'm Terry. Any questions, anything, just put them in the comment section below. And I guess that's it. I'll see you guys later. Trying something here. Okay, I'm doing a test here. I've got my iPhone here and my GoPro here, although it's upside down because I don't know where all the pieces are because I'm blonde. I'm going to use that as an excuse. I'm not going to even go to the old part. Got a few errands to do, and so I thought we'd just give it a trial run and see which one does best or outperforms. And I think we all know the GoPro. We have our fingers crossed for. Geez, guys, it's December. Can you believe this is December? I can't. All right, things I absolutely love about this new GoPro. The quality of the footage, as well as the audio. The audio is much improved. It took me a bit to figure out because I thought it was a lot like the old GoPros, but there's a lot different. There are a lot more things on here. It is much simpler once you figure it out. People are looking at me like I'm a freaking idiot. But that's this part of town. So I've got to make a quick stop here at my doctor's office, which means I've got to take the GoPro out because if I don't, it's that time of year when who knows what can happen, will happen. Oh, on a girl note, I love my sunglasses. They so rock. Just kind of had to throw that in there. Sorry. Oh my gosh, there's our subcontractor, our painter. High Tone Painting. If you're in this area, Tony Johnson, High Tone Painting. Yes, he rocks. He is more expensive, but you get what you pay for. And he is the only one that's going to paint our house. Well, yeah, that's my day. Sorry guys, things got a little bit messed up. iPhone sort of took a dive, which is fine because I'm trying to test this out. Then I got stuck in the store, and then I got stuck in the doctor, and then I can't remember anything. So we're gonna go through the bank, and guess what? It took me so long. We get to see how this does in low light. Okay, so this is gonna be a test. I can't even count these days. I'm trying to deposit some money. Which line looks easier? Do you guys ever have that problem? Which line looks easier and you get into it and then it takes forever? That's been my day. Now I don't even know where my deposit is. Oh my gosh. Terry, are you kidding me? My life, welcome to it. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone most of the time. Yeah, I picked the wrong one. That one's come and gone. Tail lights are on. That's good. Here we go. Okay, let's see. They're gonna do this, and I've already forgot how much money I'm just gonna put in. So, where do they want? Wait, stop. It's windy, and I don't want that money to. Oh, my card is in the machine. Huh? Yay, we did it. One thing happened today that went right. My husband, whenever he comes through these, whenever he goes through the drive-thru, he hates it. He would prefer to go into the teller, and it's cold. I'm not gonna do that. He never gets, sorry honey if you're watching this, he never gets close enough to the machine, to the ATM. And so he's having to open the door and hang out the window, and he's just like all mega pissed all the time and talking about how much he hates ATMs and rather go in. I'm like, just get closer to the ATM and it might work a little better. You know I'm right, honey. You know. It's so crazy. I drive around this little town. We moved here in 1990. My husband moved here in 96. The kids and I moved here in 97. We built our house and we moved into our house in 98. In this little bitty tiny town, and it has such a dumb name to it. I thought at the time, gosh, it was so crazy because when we first came down here to check it out, we went down the main road to get into our little town that had just a few thousand people that live in it. It was a 2-lane road at that time, and it was, Oregon doesn't get a lot of snow on this, the mountains do, but we're more in the Portland area, and so we don't get a lot of snow. Well, that year when we came to check it out, the 2-lane road to get into our little town, there was probably 2 feet of snow, and the snowplow was in front of us and going along, and as the snowplow was going along, he was knocking down everyone's mailboxes. Well, now this town has exploded. We're close to the airport. We are close to everything. It's really, I think, the most convenient area in Portland to live in, or in the Portland metro area. We're close to all the major highways. We're close to everything without feeling you're in the big city. But it's just exploded. That little 2-lane road is now bigger. I was trying to remember how many lanes it had, but it's bigger. But I can't believe how much traffic there is, how many people there are. Okay, so here's a lesson. This is a day in the life of Terry. I don't remember what I was talking about, like over and over and over. I think I need to have that checked out. Anyway, our little town, I remembered, I think, maybe, and if not, I'll just go off and pretend like I did. That's what my dad used to do. Our little town was so quaint and so quiet. No traffic. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lanes, and that includes turn lanes on each side. But this is just crazy. There are times coming home now along this road, it will take me, when it should just take me, I'm 3 miles from the mall where I was, with the bank and everything. It should just take me 5 minutes to get home. there are times it'll take 45 minutes now because of all of the traffic. It's not the Portland that I fell in love with 20 years ago. The area that we live in a couple of years ago was named the most desirable place to live in the Portland metro area. It just skyrocketed, but it was just so beautiful. Well, they've come in and they've cleared mountains, they've cleared all of this land. Now there's fast food everywhere, all of this stuff that just wasn't here. So we don't feel like we're in a little town anymore. I'm really bummed that my cell phone fell because now I can't really compare it, but I can tell you without comparing it that it's just, from what I've seen so far, I haven't edited any of the footage from our vacation because I've not been well. What I've been able to look at looks really good, really crisp, really clean. And one thing I like on this GoPro, which I found out is not a good idea if you have multiple GoPros of these new ones, they're voice activated. And so I would say GoPro on, and one would go on and the other one would go off. And so that was driving me crazy the whole time we were in Los Angeles. Oh my gosh, dude. Really? Having it voice activated is really cool. And I know it's not gonna work on my motorcycle, which I really wish it would. It would be so awesome to be able to say GoPro on in the right places. And it has this little feature, you can turn the camera off. It'll have, come on, zipper merge, come on. It has, you can still take a picture from the top. If I think it said within so many hours of turning it off, you can still touch the button on the top. So if I was to mount it to the top of my helmet and I see something really cool, I can just look over that way, like the sunset. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And just touch it. And I could take a picture or video or whatever, which I think is an awesome feature, because before on my motorcycle, it was really difficult because it was remote control. That is not safe. And I do like that these are water resistant. I want to get a few more because I would like to have one. Ideally, I'd like to have one of my handlebars forward, one of my handlebars going back, and I'd like to have one on my foot pegs forward, one, or my engine guard, forward, one back, and the same for my husband. So what is that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8? They're not that expensive. They're just like $3.99. And we're home. Okay, so test over. We will see how this footage looks. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully this will turn out and there's going to be some stuff I can use. You guys have a great night. Peace out. See you soon.